Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Book Nook, our cozy little corner to talk about all things book related. My name's Abby.
And my name is Sarah, and we are going to be your hosts.
You would really think we'd have our intro memorized by now.
I mean, like I said, I only say like 10 words, and I don't remember them. And 2 of them are my name, so.
Yeah. Okay, everyone, welcome back. So, this episode is going to be a little different than the rest of our episodes. It's going to be a little goofier of an episode. Fair warning, Mom, Dad, if you're listening to this, maybe don't this one. Maybe just don't.
Yeah. Fair warning, we are not like actually talking about explicit content, but we are planning to rank like words and phrases that are used in a lot of the popular things that are read nowadays, and some of these words are used like during explicit scenes, and we're not actually like describing content.
No.
But
And there will be no, bad words either.
yeah.
There's one that we're going to call Rooster.
There's just really awkward descriptions, some
Yes.
of them. And some of them are good, some of them are
All
not.
of them are bad. But
Yeah.
I'm going to go through our tiers first. So, listen. Some of these may be outdated memes, but I don't really care.
Abby had a whole lot of fun putting together this last night.
Right. So, number 1, we have our S tier, which is going to be Debbie Ryan ear tuck. You know, a little. And our A tier is going to be I'm just Ken. Like, it's good, but you're just Ken. You know? Like, you're not Barbie. So, then we have our mid tier. So, our B tier, which is English teacher finger. You know when your English teacher's like, you're almost there. Like, you're right there, but I'm not going to tell you to fix it. You're right there, but you're not there. And this is a C grade. Then we have tier C, which is, listen, if you know about, like, the Nicki and Megan Thee Stallion drama, you would, I don't think this is from it, but, like, it's a Nicki Minaj sound. It's, oh, the things you've lied about. Where it's like, have you actually ever, like, experienced this? Because I swear you haven't. Like, you're just writing about it. I don't think you've ever actually experienced it.
Just like some descriptions just seem really unrealistic.
Yes.
But it's okay.
And then our last tier is, yo, where's my hug at?
I like that one.
Just fully uncomfortable. A lot of these are immediately going into that tier.
Yeah. Like, majority of the ones that we have are, like, mid-tier and below. We don't have a lot of, like, A-tier or top-tier, like, words and phrases, just because we remember the ones we don't like more.
Maybe I should have made this just, like, instead of S tier, it's, like, F, and then we have F minus 1, F minus 2, F minus 3. And then we just have hell on the floor.
Yeah, where the bar is sometimes.
Okay, so I'm going to go in order of the way I uploaded these. Okay, so we're going to start with Bundle of Nerves. Like, is it technically accurate? In a way, yes, because, like, the most amount of nerves in a girl's body goes there. But I hate that description.
It's such a weird description.
You can just say the word.
Yeah.
It's just...
I mean, I get, like, a lot of these, I get, like, wanting to have variety because some books, like, they say these things over and over again. So, like, having variety is a little helpful, but at the same time, some of these descriptions are just weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it kind of brings me out of the scene. Because, like, you would never think about, like, if, like, in real life, you would just, like, never be thinking about that. And I know that, like, it's not supposed to be, like, real life, but it just brings me out because it's, like, so unrealistic.
Mm-hmm.
That guys pay attention to that. What? Okay. I'm kidding. Okay. I don't think this is F tier. Like, I don't think this is, yo, where's my hug at? I feel like this is, like, just one above it.
It's slightly above,
Like,
yeah. No,
The
it's
things
not,
you lied
like,
about. And
yeah.
you're lying about this.
Yes. I was going to say that, like, this one is, like, it's a little weird, but some of the words that we have here just make me uncomfortable.
Like, this doesn't make me uncomfortable.
Yeah,
This just makes me giggle.
It's a little goofy.
It's a little goofy, a little giggle. Okay, the next one is his eyes darkened.
Okay. I like this one, but I also think it's unrealistic because the only like example in real life that I've ever seen of this was like a Henry Cavill scene in The Witcher, and like otherwise, I swear this doesn't exist.
It just like doesn't. I feel like there are better phrases to use because like I understand the thought process. Like his eyes darkened, but like what? Your eyes don't just like change like.
They turn pitch black, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm. I honestly, it's just like a little goofy, but I think this is more like English teacher. Like you're almost there. Like I see the vision, but I don't like the execution.
I agree.
Like it's good, but I'm waiting for you to be great.
Yeah.
This next one was one I put in. He peered through his eyelashes. I'm just trying to imagine this from like a real perspective. I'm just going.
I think the thing that doesn't like make it work well for me anyway is I think of like most dudes when they do that, like they can't peer through their eyelashes at me because they're like way up here, and so they're just looking down. They're not gonna have their eyes closed and just like.
I feel like authors are trying to get creative with the ways that they say, he looked at me.
Mm-hmm.
Which, like, yeah. I mean, if you say he looked at me, like, 5,000 times on a page, it gets old. But he peered through his eyelashes. It's just... You could just say, like, he peered at me. You did, why through the eyelashes?
That word count.
Gotta
make that word count.
I don't know. What are you thinking?
I don't know. It doesn't bother me. I think it's another one of the, like, English teacher finger ones. Yeah, it's good, but we're waiting for you to be great. Like, we see where you're going, but...
Mm-hmm. Like, I saw you bust out the thesaurus. But maybe let's put away the thesaurus. Maybe let's just put it away.
I'm laughing because thesaurus?
Thesaurus. Thesaurus! I like to add vowels that are not in words.
I mean, it's spelled like that, isn't it? That's
Maybe.
That's like whenever I spell beautiful, I have to say B-E-A beautiful.
Yeah. Thesaurus is more fun anyway, but yes, thesaurus.
Mm-hmm. No,
it sounds like a dinosaur.
Thesaurus.
What kind of dinosaur would that be? I don't know. Okay, next up is, this is a fan favorite for authors. A word.
I'm afraid.
It's just member.
Oh.
I just why? Yeah, we're just speechless. Like it just makes us speechless.
It feels like it's such an awkward word, and it kind of makes me uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, like, it's not the worst word that I've seen used to describe the male anatomy, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, I just like, who came up with that?
Are you looking up who came up with the word member? For that, like, term, anyway.
Oh, okay.
Does it have, like, an actual
explanation?
Yes.
So, okay, the Latin medical term for the adult penis is membrum virile. I'm definitely saying that wrong. But the membrum is part or limb of a male at a reproductive age. So basically in the 18th and 19th centuries, physicians and anatomists started using the term, and it still today simply just uses member. Okay, I did not know that.
That's really interesting.
You learn something new every day.
It still feels weird.
I still don't like it because now it's very anatomical. Not saying that it can't be anatomical, but
I mean, it feels very old school now. Like, it feels like an old school way to say it now, but like also it's just still weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like this is like the things you've lied about. Like, because there are worse ones that we put on this list.
Oh, yeah.
So,
no, absolutely.
Next one is the one that's immediately F for you and for me. Oh, no.
There were a couple of those.
Next we have seed. Dry heave.
So gross.
This ain't biology. We're not trying to germinate.
We're not gardening, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. It's really gross.
Do you want to, okay, for reference, a lot of these what we did is we pulled out A Court of Silver Flames.
Yeah, I pulled out my copy of A Court of Silver Flames and was flipping through scenes, and Abby was sitting over there with her Windows thing out. I don't know what that's called.
This is it's a Surface.
Surface, okay. And Ryan was on the phone, and we were having to explain a bunch of these things to Ryan. Not like this one, but like just other ones. I don't know if you put that one on here or not. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I did.
You did? Okay, it's on there, ladies and gentlemen.
I did
We'll talk about it
specifically
later.
for Chetna.
Yeah, but no, I was just like scanning, and I was like, what in here makes me uncomfortable? And then I would just read it off to Abby. So
What was the line that we saw this one from? Like, not the whole line. You could just say like the 3 words. It's just like, I think it makes me so
the
uncomfortable.
seed spilling. Yeah. No, that was so gross. I was like,
Yeah. No, I feel like everybody will agree with this. This is immediately F tier.
Yeah. No exceptions.
This is giving super senior getting a newly 18-year-old freshman and being like, yo, where's my hug at? Showering without me? That's crazy. Like, it's gross.
It is gross.
And it's just like, you have no play. Wow, we're just getting a lot of these bad ones back to back.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Like, most of these are bad, but...
Next up, we have Velvet Wrap Steel.
I think this one is funny. It makes me giggle.
It's funny, but it's an awful descriptor.
I don't hate it, but the reason I don't hate it is because I think it's funny. Like, at least it's, like, a descriptive funny. It's not like Member, which is just, like, awkward. But
like, Steel...
That's a little...
Also, Velvet...
I think it's funny, though.
I think it's funny, but I just don't think it's a great...
Oh, no.
Like, if I read this, like, in a scene...
I'd be sitting there and I'd be laughing.
Yeah, like, I'd be like, this is not even... Like, it just take me out. And maybe that's what they're going for. Like, maybe they are going for humor, but, like... I don't know. Like, I don't think it's as bad as Seed.
Oh, no, not nearly as bad. It doesn't make me want to throw up when I read it. So.
No, it makes me want to giggle.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to put this one in Ho, the things you lied about.
Yeah. That feels pretty accurate.
Next up, it's one of my least favorites.
Okay.
He Exploded.
I didn't know you put that on there.
I did. I hate it.
It's gross.
I'm just imagining body parts are all over the wall. Like, I'm just imagining this person blew up.
You said imagining body parts over the wall, and I was immediately thinking of, like, any scene from The Boys where somebody just spontaneously combusts. It's funny. Like, it's gross, but it's funny.
Yeah, no, I feel like this is an F tier for me. Just because, like, why? There are other ways to describe this, and not, he exploded. I'm like, oh, so he's dead. She's dead. We're all dead.
Mm-hmm.
She's covered in blood.
Mm-hmm. I think it's F tier too.
F tier. So some of these are just like, they're funny in the way, like, logistically, if you thought about a conversation happening in real life, like, it would not make sense.
Like, some of this I could not read out loud without just going hysterical. Like, it was just absolutely hilarious. It just sounds so goofy saying it out loud.
So we have He Growled.
I like this one, but not, like, because it makes sense, but because it has a vibe.
I feel like it has to be a fantasy book.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you saying he growled and it's like a fluffy romance?
Yeah,
like, no.
It has to be a fantasy book, but...
And he has to be a werewolf. I'm just kidding. No. But it's just like, grr. He growled. I'm like, woof woof, like, you good, my man?
Yeah, no. I don't know an accurate way to describe how this would be done in real life, but it's not, like, something I think about too much. I just let it go.
Yeah, I feel like this is, like, English teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I see your vision, but it's not translating.
Yeah, there's a vibe there, and I know what you're going for, but it's not there.
Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the, like, reels of people trying to act out, like, these kind of things from books.
Yeah. I mean, the only accurate ones I've ever seen were Henry Cavill as The Witcher. It's just, he just, like, knows how to do, like, the fantasy stuff. Like, his eyes darkened, he growled. Like, he's got it down. I don't know if anybody else has it down, but...
Bro, how's my computer already at 59%? Did I not plug it in last night? Oh, well. Okay. Next up, we have He Moaned. Listen.
Abby likes this one.
I like it in the way that, like, it's simple.
Mm-hmm.
It's realistic. It's expressive. We like, there are some books where it's like the guy is just like a cardboard cutout and he's not talking. He's not doing anything. I'm like, do you even want to be here?
I hate to do, like, I would say, like, that's kind of like Chad behavior, but, like, to not show, like, not be expressive.
Yeah. I don't think this is Debbie Ryan ear tuck, but, like, I feel like I'm Ken because, like, I like it. It's not trying to be something it's not.
I agree.
It's simple. It's not trying to be a metaphor or simile for some reason. It's not velvet wrap steel. It's simple. Okay, next up. We just have a random picture of a rooster. Listen, I'm not gonna. Okay, you know what people call roosters. You know, we all know.
I mean, we're allowed to curse now, but
I don't know. I feel like
the rooster's funny. You guys know what we're talking about.
If you see the picture on my screen, you will know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, if we have an explicit episode, it's gonna be us like reviewing fan fiction or
Get in my swamp.
Yeah, something like that.
It's just absolutely hilarious.
And it's not going to be us cussing. It's going to come from the book.
Yeah.
Right. I think, honestly, I don't hate Rooster.
It's basic, but it's also, like, not awkward. Like, I feel like it's a common enough term that, like, I don't feel like this is such a weird word for that. No, it's normal.
And I feel like it has a time and place, though. Like, I feel like you can't just throw that in the middle of a scene. Like, it has to be a very specific type of scene and a very specific type of male lead.
This is true. I feel like that one is... Okay, wait. Hold on. It's not middle teacher finger. Is it I'm Just Ken?
We'll put in I'm Just Ken. I just feel like you can't go wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not disgusting. I mean, maybe for some people it is. But
it might bother some people. I mean, it does feel a little abrasive, like, just because the word itself feels a little abrasive, but at the same time, it's not, like, member or...
Yeah, I feel like this is good for darker, like a slightly darker romance. Like, I'm not talking about, like... Yeah, but...
Yeah, I don't know anything about Haunting Adeline except for, like, a couple scenes that I see on, like, Book Talk, but I don't think it's that dark.
Listen, if this ends like 30 minutes, I have other ones I just thought of that I'm not going to put it on here, but we can talk about them. Okay. Next one, this is a specific one from a very specific book written by someone we don't know the last name of. It's his first name Prince, last name Henry.
Oh,
Harry.
yes.
Henry. Who's Henry? I'm thinking of
Red, White,
and Royal Blue. No.
Yeah.
No. First name Prince, last name
Harry. No, yeah, we were sitting there, and I was like, Harry, and then I was thinking, like, Styles? Potter? No, that's not those. And then I was like, no, it's just his first name's Prince, his last name's Harry. It's just Prince Harry.
Yeah, right. So we have Todger. Honestly, this makes me laugh. I think this is amazing.
It's absolutely hilarious.
It's not Debbie Ryan ear tuck, but it's like... I think it's I'm Just Ken, just because of how funny it is. I would hate to see this in a book, though, like a romantic scene. But I think for this specific, it's like talking about the frostbite incident. So funny. I think it's good.
Mm-hmm, it's good.
I know it's a British thing.
It's still funny.
It's fun to say. Todger. Told ya. Go, not the rooster and Todger being next to each other.
That's funny.
Okay, this next one. We love a little consent moment. Can I kiss you?
It's so sweet. It's so sweet.
Especially the first time. Like, obviously not like an every time thing, but like whenever they're like shy and they're just starting to like, and they look at each other and they're like, and he looks at her lips. She looks at his lips. And then he's like, can I kiss you?
It is really sweet, and consent is sexy, ladies and gentlemen.
My heart beats fast when I read this. I'm like, wow, why is my heart like doing kickflips, but like not for like the smut scenes.
No, that's literally like I get so giddy when the like story is so like fluffy and like there's like some tension, but they're also like you can tell they like each other and you're like, oh my goodness. But then like the like anything that's smutty, I just like I'm reading and I'm like, yeah, okay, next page.
Yeah.
Next page.
Like it's not because you know what? Maybe it's because it's the buildup.
Yeah.
Like, because you see these people, like, slowly start to develop feelings for each other. Or fast. I don't know. Depends on the book you're reading. But, like, I think it's so cute.
It's adorable. Well, that's one of the reasons I like Divine Rivals so much, is it's, like, it's kind of fluffy, and they're, like, writing letters back and forth, and it's so cute. But, yeah, no, any, like, cute, fluffy stuff, I mean...
It's one of the reasons I like romances. To get me back into reading because it makes me giddy because it has a lot of those types of scenes.
Absolutely.
I don't read it for the substance per se. I read it because it makes me happy.
It's all about the emotions, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. No, I feel like if there's anything that makes me go...
Yeah, this is a Debbie Ryan ear tuck.
I'm sorry if I'm just screaming a lot in this episode. Okay. Next up, we have sex, but they haven't like seen a shower in a month. Not even a river.
It's gross.
Just what? And not him going down on her. Or the other way. I don't care.
I don't know. I just don't like being dirty in general. Like, I have to shower at least once every day. And, like, if I'm, like, really dirty, sometimes twice.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. I don't think I'd want to touch another person that hadn't showered in a week.
And especially... Okay, there is a very... I know this is, like... This doesn't really have to relate to this, but especially when they're, like, on, like, war or, like, they're camping. I'm thinking of a very specific scene.
Are you thinking of ACOWAR? I don't know if
I
that's
haven't read it, but, like...
I've seen the, like, reel. I totally forgot this happened, too.
People are dying, Kim.
Yeah, there are people, like, screaming and dying, and they're just, like, going at it in their tent or whatever.
I don't know. Like, that kind of, like, makes me, like... Priorities.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I lost my diamond earring. People are dying, Kim. No one cares. We're fighting a war right now. These people will never see their family again, some of them. Like, it's just time and place. And you did it at my birthday party.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think this is F tier. It's just gross. It brings me out. And it's like, at least, you know it could be cute. Like, they find a river. They bathe in the river. And then something happens in that river. That's fine. But, like, why are we acting like it don't be musty down there after a month of not showering? Doesn't this happen in a specific book? Like, I feel like you've mentioned what book this has happened in.
I don't remember.
Was it Iron Flame?
I haven't finished that.
Not Iron Flame.
No,
No, wait. What's the first book?
A Fourth Wing?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay, then I'm thinking of a different book.
I mean, for the majority of that book, they're, like, at, like, the college, and they're, like, living normally.
Okay. Ooh. This next one's good. Who did this to you?
Okay. I swoon over this. I know it's, like, everybody does, because it's like, oh, he's a little possessive. He's concerned for me. Oh.
Yeah. Because, like, we all love a strong, independent woman, but it's also nice to be able to not have to be a strong, independent woman 24/7.
Yeah.
It's nice
the option is nice.
It's nice to have a little break.
Yeah.
Because I'm in the trenches. Or this person's in the trenches. And who did this to you?
No, yeah. This is a Debbie Ryan ear tug for me. The first time I ever read this, like, in a scene, I was just, like, absolutely swooning. I was like...
But especially whenever it's like, who did this to you? Like, they're like, something happened. And then they don't go right away. And then they comfort. And then they see her, like, breaking down. And then they comfort her. And then they go kill somebody.
Or, like, they see, like her scars or something. Yes. And they're like, what happened? Who did this to you? Kind of thing.
Who do I have to kill?
Like, yeah.
I will kill anybody. Well, not that. We don't... Listen, I don't support random murder. Okay, but, like... It's fantasy. It's not real.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's not real. Okay. Next. We have He Whimpered. Listen. Okay. I don't have much defense for this. I kind of like it. It's not Debbie Ryan Ear Tuck. It's not up there. But, like, I like it. I think it's kind of funny. Because it's kind of like you have this big, strong guy, usually. And he's like, this girl brings him to his knees, basically. Like, oh.
Yeah, I like that too. I think it's I'm Just Ken.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's really good. But, like you said, it's not Debbie Ryan Ear Tuck.
It's not. Who did this to you?
Mm-hmm.
Also, I did look up while we were doing this. I proceeded to look up ASMR boyfriend whimper videos. That made me uncomfortable. So, you know.
I had to sit across the table doing my calc homework while she was doing this, and the things I heard, and I was just like, okay.
And that made me uncomfortable. So I think it should stay in the books. Like, it's used to stay in the books. I don't need to, like, hear it out loud in a way. You know what I mean? Like, it just.
I will say, though, there are some dudes that, like, do, like, the voice stuff, like, for, like, scenes from, like, ACOTAR or other things, and they, like, have really good voices for it. And, like, if they did audiobooks, that would be, like, really cool, but.
Oh, my gosh. You know what? I've never actually listened to an audiobook. Maybe I should, because I'm honestly curious to see how they read these sex scenes.
We should pick an audiobook to do for, like, an episode. Because, I mean, I don't want to say I feel like it'd be easier to just put a book on play and listen to it, but it might be. Because I know a lot of people get a lot of their reading goals by listening to audiobooks, which we can have a debate about that another day. I feel like you can contribute audiobooks to your, like, book goal, but I feel like it's not actually reading. Like, you're not, like, reading. But, like, at the same time, I still think it, like, counts as a book goal.
Do you want to know what has an audiobook?
What does?
Get it myself.
It does?
Yes.
Is it, like, one of the, like, cool audiobooks? Or is
It's
it
on
just,
Audible.
Like... Oh.
I think. Or it's on audiobooks.com.
Okay, we can take a look at that.
That's funny.
But we also might just want to do something chill or something that we've, like...
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I don't know. Get in My Swamp is... every time I think about it, I both at the same time want to, like, read it out of pure curiosity and also have an adverse reaction just thinking about, like, Shrek in any sense like that.
We'll see. Next up, toe curling. Why are we bringing the toes into this?
I think it's funny.
I think it's funny. But I just why are we bringing the toes into this?
Mm-hmm.
Her toes curled with pleasure. Okay. Sure they did.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like this is an English teacher finger.
Yeah, it's, like, okay. It's not... I don't hate it. I don't love it. It just is.
Yeah, I don't feel like there's not much to say about it. It's just... It's the one used a lot, I'd say, but...
Yeah, I mean, the fact that, like, it's one of the ones that I remember, like, when we were talking about it last night, I was like, her when her toes curl or whatever. Like, the toe curling, it's just, I feel like it's pretty common. It's like she released a breath she didn't realize she was holding or something like that. Because...
Ick.
Yeah, like, okay.
Breathe. No, honestly, I just think, you know what it might be? I don't eat enough potassium, so I feel like I just imagining just getting a cramp. Toe curling, cramp immediately.
I got a toe cramp at physical therapy, and I felt so stupid because I was just, like, standing there, like, prancing on, like, one foot, and she felt so bad because she was like, I'm so sorry, and I was like, it's okay, it's not your fault.
So next up, we have humor in a sex scene. Like a little banter moment in a sex scene. I enjoy it. I think I like it because it makes it lighter. Like you said, when you read sex scenes, sometimes it's like, okay.
Yeah.
But I like it because it gives us, like, personality.
Mm-hmm.
And it, like, I love a banter moment. I just love banter in general.
I do love banter. And I don't really think I've ever read, like, a smutty scene with, like, humor in it. I could be wrong, but I don't recall it. Just because, like, most of the time when I read, like, fantasy, if there's, like, a smutty scene, then it's pretty serious. Or, like, I don't know. Like, most of the banter comes from other things. But I do feel like if I did read a fluffy romance with something like that in it, then I would probably like it.
Where do we want to put this?
Maybe I'm Just Ken. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like you like it. I don't know if you like it Debbie Ryan Ear Tuck much, but...
I don't know.
I feel like I'm Just Ken is a safe bet.
Next up, this one's for you, Chetna. who told me this actually. The whole Omegaverse thing was popularized by Star Trek fan fiction.
Really?
Yeah, no, she told me this and I was blown away. Absolutely blown away.
Did she like do in-depth research on this? Because I'm genuinely curious. I've never like known or
No,
heard about this.
yeah. I mean, I don't know, but I feel like Chetna is a plethora of knowledge for anything Star Trek related because she really likes Star Trek.
Okay, this
So,
is fair.
I don't know. I mean, this could be debunked, but I find that if it is true, that's hilarious.
That is funny.
Because I did not see the connection until she explained the connection. Right, it's not. He nodded. He nodded me. My mate.
I don't want to explain this. I had to explain this one to Ryan, and I don't really want to explain this to you guys. If you're curious, you can look it up.
It is a real thing for animals that are not humans.
Yeah. So, like, it's a real thing for, like, canines and other, I don't know what other animals, but I know the common one to, like, reference is, like, dogs or wolves or, like, foxes or something.
Yeah, that's why you will commonly only really see these in werewolf type. Yeah, because it's usually Omegaverse or, like, werewolf-esque type thing.
And I feel like it's also not, like, in traditionally published stuff. Like, you're going to have to, like, pick up a fanfic or, like, some self-published stuff because, no. I don't like this one. This one makes me uncomfortable.
Because, like, why are we just laying here? It's done. We're just laying here. It's uncomfortable. I don't know. Like, I'm fine with silence, but I feel like that might be uncomfortable silence.
I mean, I've also never read a book where this has come up because I don't think I've ever read an Omegaverse book.
Please let us know if you would like us to read an Omegaverse fan fiction out loud.
Yeah, drop a comment on the YouTube or, like, reach out to, like, I don't know.
On our, the Instagram.
The Instagram. I know I dropped that once. Trying to remember.
I think it's Studio 151.
Yeah, Studio 151 is the, like, podcast Instagram, and then I have a book Instagram, sarahs.soaring.shelf. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. If you want to, like, reach out there, I'll take requests for episodes. We'll consider it.
We'll consider it. It might not be done, but we'll consider it.
Yeah.
Okay, we only have 2 left.
Okay.
So we have Choose Her Lip. I'm like, it's not a gummy. Yeah, like, I understand biting, but when they're, like, chewing...
Yeah, like...
I'm like, what are you, a squirrel? It's just... I don't know. I feel like for me, this is, like, the things you've lied about, because it's just weird.
I do feel like it is weird. I don't hate it. I don't like it, though. Like, it's not even like I don't love it. I just don't like it, but I don't hate it. It's, like, I could go without it. Yeah. And I'm not going to ask for it.
Yeah, because, like, have you ever seen that in, like, a movie? If someone's, like, chewing their lip? No, like, you see them bite their lip. That's normal.
I can't even imagine, like...
Honestly, biting your lip just doesn't, like, translate, I think. Like, I mean, I bite my lip, like, but, like, not in a sexy way. Okay, next one we have Beanie Baby Core. His eyes glittered.
I should have brought Rise.
Yeah.
I have a crocheted bat with glittery, like, button eyes, and I named him Rise in honor of Rysand. But I've been trying to, like, say Reese because, like, but I mean, like, he's never not going to be Rise whenever I read the book, but I'll say Reese for you guys. Anyway. Yeah, but he has glittery eyes.
We actually did find this in a book.
Yeah, his eyes glittered.
His eyes glittered. I was like, huh? I mean, like, I kind of get it because I guess, like, the sun.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on the context of the situation. Like, if there is light in the, like, reflecting, then that makes sense. But I feel like it's not used in that context.
Not in the one we found. It was, like, his eyes glittered with, like...
Yeah, some type of emotion or feeling or something. I mean, like, I like the thought. It just doesn't feel like... I don't know how to picture it.
So, I feel like this might be English teacher finger. Because, like, I get... Honestly, like, the whole, like, seeing emotions in the eyes, I've never really, like... I've never looked into someone's eyes and been like, yeah, you're sad, unless you were crying. Because I feel like it's your facial expression in general, not just your eyes. Like, if I'm thinking of, like, say, like worry, I'm like, your brow is furrowed and you're, like, wrinkling your forehead and stuff like that. Or you're worrying at your lip. Like,
Yeah, well, that's like whenever I read, or like I saw this picture where it was like, here are like 4 different sets of eyes. Can you like pick what emotions the rest of their face are depicting? And it was kind of like, it's really hard to do. Like, eyes are like not really, like, some people have really expressive eyes, but a lot of people don't.
Yeah. So, like, I kind of enjoy it more when they don't say, like, his eyes glittered with desire. I enjoy it more when they describe, like, a body language a little bit more. It's like, I see the vision, but I like a little more description, personally. Because then it feels more realistic and, like, more in the moment.
Yeah.
Like, okay, there's just, like, a bunch of, I don't even know.
Like, I like it. I like the intention.
Mhm.
It just doesn't quite
Land.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, so that's all the ones we have. I'm going to add one more to this, which I think this is immediate S tier.
Okay.
Good girl.
For all the praise kink girlies out there, Good Girl is a fan favorite.
Yes. I love, especially not, like, it has to have a time and place, but, like, there's, like, a very specific moment whenever they say good girl, I'm just like,
I like it.
say less.
I haven't read a lot of the ones with, like, Good Girl, because I feel like that is more, like, contemporary romance. But, like, I do still like it.
Yes. I feel like that's even above S tier, if it could be. I don't know, do you have any others that you would like to input?
I think this one's funny, and we talked about this a little bit. It's so unrealistic. Immediate F tier, but her, like, breasts became heavy with desire or something. That's like, what? I'm sorry, what?
And Ryan tried to explain this.
Yeah, as a man.
I was like, shut up. He was saying, but, like, well, like, she's breathing heavily. I'm like, no, that's
not-
I'm like,
no.
if you were going to say that her chest rises and falls rapidly or something like that, like.
Yeah, no, I was like, yeah, I thought it was funny when he was trying to, like, explain it. And I've just, I think I've only read that, like, twice in a book or something, and I just was like.
Was this written by a man? I mean, they might have not been, but,
I don't
like.
think it was. I think it was in a Sarah J. Maas book. I could be wrong. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that.
It's just, like. What? Like, I just, like, what?
I tried to imagine it once after I read it, and I was like, I don't think that's possible.
No. I don't think people just, like, yeah, that doesn't.
No. I thought that was weird. Immediate F tier for me.
Yeah, I don't like that. F tier. Honestly, I wish, you know what, maybe we should run through those words that we talked a lot about, like, male anatomy. How about female anatomy? Like, breast. Like, ways, I honestly hate when they say breast in a book a little bit. It has to be, like, a certain type of character.
I, like, can't think of a ton of ways to describe them. Breast doesn't bother me.
Yeah, she didn't like that one.
No, I'll pass. One of the things that I hate about the From Blood and Ash series is just so many things that feel weird about that, but the main, like, dude, like, says she tastes like honeydew, and I think that's just so weird. Or, like, I think
she doesn't.
Yeah, no,
You're
she
lying.
doesn't. Yeah, that's weird. But what was it? Where was I going with this? Breasts.
Knockers.
Did you just look up
I
words?
am looking
Oh my
up.
goodness.
Ooh, tits. That's not, like, awful.
No,
I feel like
okay.
I feel like that's fine. Okay, I'm on Reddit right now. Like, you'll see, if, like, you can see my screen. This is a quote. I don't think this is from a book, but it's just funny. Her breast quivered in a way that was deafening yet petrified, like the farting of a geriatric man. What?
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 Was this from an actual book? Did
No.
they, like, okay, somebody just, like,
Yeah.
typed that out? That's kind of funny, though.
Honkers.
No.
Yeah.
No. I don't know.
No.
I don't know how many words there are to describe, like, female breasts, but,
Just say boobs.
boobs.
Boobs. Like, it's just, I feel like you can't go wrong with it. It's, or breast. Breast is fine, too.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, keep it simple. That's like rooster. Like, keep it simple, I guess.
I'm still looking up examples. Okay, this is like getting historical. It's like ancient songs.
Interesting. So we're back
Ooh.
to the origins of member.
I'm on BuzzFeed now. So this is like completely off topic, but I
Okay.
still think it's funny. But like I'm just gonna read through this BuzzFeed article of like books. Like these are from books
Okay.
on how to describe breast.
Is one of the options on here her breasts bounce
I
boobily
hope-
as she titted downward? I still think that's the stupidest line I've ever read.
She was about to cover her startled breast.
Oh my goodness.
They don't have emotions. Why are we pretending that they have emotions?
They were startled. They became heavy with desire. They are now a sentient being.
Oh, we read this one. Her large breast rippled in appreciation. What?
Like, I feel like they're giving boobs a mind of their own. Is it bad?
So this doesn't have to do with boobs, but I'm
No?
just gonna read it. But for the bathroom door didn't close altogether, due to the old frame of the house settling over the centuries, and she had to sit on the toilet some minutes waiting for the pee to come. Men, they were able to just conjure it up immediately. That was one of their powers, that thunderous splashing as they stood lordly above the bowl. Everything about them was more direct. Their insides weren't a maze. Woman's were, for the pee to find its way through. Just look at the urinary anatomy. We both have urethras. The heck? You know what? I bet you they think it comes out of the...
Oh no, legit. Like, I think there are some girls that still think like they can't, like it comes out of the same like.
That was a paragraph of just this person not understanding what a urethra is.
I feel like I feel like a man wrote that, but at the same time,
100%.
it's highly possible that a woman did too, because I know that there are just like the education system has failed female anatomy, and male anatomy too. Like, I mean, we just don't know about our bodies.
And if anything, I think the woman's is technically more direct because we have a shorter urethra.
It's like 4 millimeters or something. It's real short.
Yep. Her breasts were like pillows of dough, and her butt was like a mold of gelatin.
Ew. I don't like the gelatin, analogy.
No. Stretch marks. So she had at least one child. Sir, I have stretch marks.
I also have stretch marks. This is not an indicator of...
Nope, it's just an indicator that you grew faster than your skin could stretch.
I know dudes that have stretch marks. Are you telling me they birthed a baby?
Freaking medical miracle over there.
Yeah. She just looks at the, surface in disbelief.
Keep sex drive all bottled up inside and you get dull-witted. Throws your whole body out of whack. Holds the same for men and women. But with a woman, her monthly cycle can get irregular. And when her cycle goes off, it can make her imbalanced. Are they saying that we can hold it?
Oh, some dudes, I think legit believe that, you can... I've seen, stuff on Instagram where people were like, I need to go to the bathroom because my period just started. And the guy's like, just hold it. Like a teacher or a professor or something. And I was like... I'm sorry, what? But on that note, since we're talking about cycles, immediate S tier for me, I've only seen it happen once, and it's super circumstantial. But in, it's spoiler for anybody who hasn't read Throne of Glass, but, Lorcan tearing up his shirt for Alide, or Alide, or whatever her name is, so that she can use his torn up shirt pieces for her, period as a pad. And I was just like, that's so sweet.
Yeah, because I feel like you rarely ever even hear about a menstrual cycle. I understand in fantasy because, maybe, it's a different species or whatever, but I don't know.
Yeah, but, I mean, I feel like just ignoring that, obviously you don't talk about, all the things that happen in everyday life, but,
Yeah.
I feel like that's, it's occasional enough that you could mention it once.
I mean, if you think about it, periods take up years of a woman's life. If you add up all the days, it's not like it doesn't
happen, yeah.
Balera shook her head, her breast swaying as she did. What? Do you move your whole...
How big are her boobs?
Well, do you move your body when you shake your head? No.
I know one person who does, but it's because he broke his neck. And he has a titanium rod in his neck. But no, you do not, like... How vigorously would you have to shake your head to, like, get your boobs to move?
Yeah, I think that's all the ones I really have. But, well, there's a... Angie always started on Sundays. Her cycle always lasted 3 days. You could set it with your daily planner. 3 days late may not have meant anything for most women. Okay, I can see, like, the whole it starts on Sunday thing being a thing if you're on birth control. But if you're just, like, having... It's like a 28-day cycle. So the day is going to change.
I mean, like,
week.
It varies from person to person, but, like, like, even if you have a normally regular cycle, like, things can, like, set it off. Like, stress, I think, can be a factor, or, like, other things. And so, like, I mean, I did not intend this to be, like, a female anatomy video, but, like...
Shout out to the men that actually research female anatomy and all that before they write their books. Shout out to them.
Yeah. I was reading... Okay, so Caden picked up a book from Barnes & Noble the last time we went because he wanted to read something that was masculine. And I was like, you know, guys read the things that we read too. Mm-hmm. And he was like, yeah, and I still like it, but I just want to read something different. He picked up a thriller. It was like Stephen King or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I was reading the first chapter with him, and this poor single mother was waiting in line for a job. And then she just, like, she's with her baby, too. And, like, everybody was, like, judging her for bringing her baby. And I was like, she's actually, like, trying to do something and, like, better her, like, her life and her baby's life. And this one dude was being super nice to her. And anyway, like, spoiler alert, they got run over by a car, like, her and the baby and the dude. But anyway... but I just felt bad because the entire time she was, like, apologizing for just, like, being a single mom and being in the situation she was. And I was like, this is just so sad.
Yeah, I don't think I can read thrillers. I have too much anxiety.
Yeah.
I also don't really see how a thriller's a masculine book, though.
I don't either. I think it was just because it was written by Stephen King. I don't know, but he just picked it up, and I was like, okay, sounds interesting, I guess. If anybody's curious, it's Mr. Mercedes.
Is it about a Mercedes?
I think there's, like, a couple of them, and it's some rich dude who just enjoys feeling, like, the power of, like, ending human life. So he runs people over with his Mercedes.
Stephen King running out of ideas or something? Because, like, what the heck? Yeah. I mean, maybe if I read it, I'd be different about it. But, like, yeah. If I just, like...
I don't know. I don't know everything that happens in there, but it's, like, about a detective, and he, like, it's been years since this guy last did something, and then he, like, sends the detective, like, a letter, and he's like, this is gonna be, like, my last big one or whatever kind of thing. I don't know. And he's, like, trying to stop it, catch the dude. So.
Okay, well, I think that wraps it up for this episode. We're gonna try and get on the, hopefully start doing actual book related, like, not that this isn't book related, but like
actual book content.
Yeah.
Like, pick a book and get with it. I don't know if we'll do the audiobook thing first. We'll definitely start the Hunger Games thing, mm-hmm. and then watch the movies and take notes and chit chat about it. But thanks for listening, guys.
Have a good March by the time this comes out.
Yeah, have a good March and happy reading.